Hey, everybody, welcome back to I Know a Guy. I'm Anthony, and this is the podcast where connections thrive. Each episode, we spotlight inspiring entrepreneurs, professionals, and individuals doing amazing things. Together, we'll grow your circle, spark collaborations, and discover new opportunities. Today, we're meeting Brandon Drake, a former corporate IT professional who transformed his career by blending his passion for culinary arts, functional nutrition, and sales training. Now, Brandon empowers service-based businesses to leverage CRM technology to build meaningful connections, stand out, and achieve sustainable growth. How you doing today, Brandon?
I'm doing well. Keeping busy. But I'm doing things that I really enjoy doing.
Yeah, that's all. I think all of us are kind of hitting that stride beginning of the year, so it feels good. You're busy. That's better than the alternative. You're doing what you love. So yeah, feels good. I've loved our conversations that we've had in the past. You're always just the exact same person every time I talk to you. You're just doing awesome things. You're staying busy. You're making connections. So it's really awesome having a conversation. I loved every time we've talked. So I wanted to get you on here to share that experience with other people so that they can see the same thing. But to start off, before we get to know you a little bit, where are you located? Where are you calling in from?
So I'm calling in from Southern California, Laguna Beach, California. I've been here since 2018, and I'm really grateful for where I live. I really like my environment. I live near the beach, and I live near a hiking trail. As long as I'm in nature, I am happy.
Awesome, awesome. So yeah, so you're newish to the area, a few years ago. So you've been there long enough to have your own haunts. If somebody's never been and they're coming to visit, like you have friends coming into town, where are you taking them? What are you doing, and where are you taking them to eat?
Oh, okay. I'm taking them to Salt Creek Beach, which is one of my favorite beaches. It's like a when you enter it, there's the really long green rolling hill. A lot of people will like picnic there and stuff like that. And overlooking is the ocean. So if you want to walk down to the ocean, you could like a 5 minute walk, and then there's a sand. But a lot of people will either go down to the ocean or just chill and barbecue along the really long rolling grass hills of the beach. So it's really nice. I'm actually looking at it right now. It's actually my wallpaper.
There you go. Well, where are you taking them to eat? What's the food, food of choice when they're coming over?
I'll probably take them to Mexican food. There's a place like a walking distance within my I think it's called the Taco Shack or a taco stand or whatnot. And also too, it's along the beach, so it's a really nice view. And after you're done eating, you could just walk down to the beach like a 5 minute walk. So everything is like kind of within distance of nature. And also too, when people come to visit, I don't have to drive in my city. There's a free shuttle going up and down the Pacific Coast Highway. And so I just get them on the what do you call it, the shuttle, and I take them with all the hidden little coves of the beach or whatnot. And not a lot of the out of towners know where that's at, but the locals know all the little hidden spots where there's less populated areas of the beach or whatever, which is really nice. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds like a lot of fun.
I feel like I'm
Location.
a tourist like every weekend because I'm always discovering new places or whatnot. So yeah, without having to drive anywhere, which is
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
that is awesome. We don't have that here in Iowa, but anyway,
Yeah.
um, so what can you tell us about what you do?
Yeah, so I'm a CRM consultant, and here's the thing, I never thought I would be doing this line of work, because I was actually really, really unhappy in my corporate career in IT. I actually worked in a CRM company, and when I quit my job, it was because I was working 10 to 12 hours a day for 6 months straight, and I just wanted to do something else. I just wasn't satisfied in the work I was doing. I was just going through the motions. And I quit my job and I went through a whole career journey where, I went to culinary school, functional nutrition school, did some sales and marketing training, and I really enjoyed that work. But that's where I discovered networking, and through networking is where somebody asked me to do some technology work for him, and I said to myself, "Hey, I don't want to do it," but because I knew him, I like him and trusted him, I said, "What the heck? I'll do some work for you, but only for a month." So I did some CRM consulting work for him, and I realized I liked it again. And I liked it because it was a totally different environment that I was in compared to corporate. In corporate, it was very transactional. Um, People were treated like numbers, and I had to meet quotas every week and every month, and I was treated like a number as well. And so at that time, I just was tired of it. But when I worked with my first client, it wasn't like a corporate environment. It was really, I could take my time and get to know him, his goals, his challenges, and actually build a solution based on getting to know him. And I really enjoyed that process, and I renewed my love for technology again. And after I did work with him, he started referring me to other people. I started doing more CRM consultant work. And that's where it just took off, where I was known as a CRM guy. I'm also known as a healthy data guy because I have a background in culinary arts, functional nutrition, and information technology. But now I get to blend my skills of relationship building and CRMs and technology to help other people grow their business so that they could create stronger engagement with their business contacts in their CRM, because with stronger engagement creates more opportunities, with more opportunities contributes to revenue growth.
That's awesome. Yeah, I really like that story. Not because you had to deal with it. It kind of sucks that, it was taken away from you at first,
Yeah.
but that you realize that it wasn't the work, it was the environment that was really killing it and stifling that, that passion that you had for it. And I'm happy you were able to come back to it and rediscover it. So that's awesome. Can you unpack what the healthy data guy means? You said, you have this and
Yeah.
this going on, but what does it mean?
Yeah, so what it means, so initially, I named myself Healthy Data Guy, and my website healthydataguy.com was because it was kind of like my history of my knowledge that I've had. I went to school for computer information systems and data analysis. That's where the data guy comes in. Then I went to culinary school and functional nutrition school, and that's where the healthy guy comes in. So I just randomly merged them together and call myself healthy data guy. But then when I go into the either even deeper meaning, like when I help my clients in CRMs, like I'm organizing their data so that it could be really healthy and it's actually accurate. And now when you have accurate and data, it's healthy, and now you can make better informed decisions to help your business move forward and to help you become more efficient with your time. And when you're more efficient with your time, it frees up more time for you to either focus on your business itself, your craft, whatever your skill set is, or have more free time for your family. So it's kind of having healthy data is all around healthy. Just in your business or whatever. It actually creates good sanity within your brain, like having everything consolidated in one section, knowing that everything is accurate, knowing that everything is organized appropriately by me helping you do that. And it creates sanity and also contributes to your health because you don't have to stress over it. So that's a deeper meaning behind like the healthy data guy as well. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, no, just like, if you're eating garbage, what's the output going to be? You're going to have a bad feeling, you're going to get sick, whatever it is. Whereas, same thing with your data. If you're running a business and you're inputting just, just bad data in general, what are your outputs going to be? You're going to make mistakes, you're going to have oversights, you're all that. So that's all. I really like that. That's a good marrying of those two. So awesome. So what do you think your favorite thing is that you're doing?
The favorite thing that I'm doing is the fact that every one of my clients is different. And I really enjoy that because in corporate, everyone was a one size fits all, shove a solution down somebody's throat, move on to the next person. No feelings at all. And I didn't know at that time that I hated that, but now I'm in this environment. I really do not like that type of work style. What I like the most is I get to create deeper relationships with my clients, really getting to know them, their business and their goals and their challenges, and actually have a collaborative partnership with them to get to know them so I could build a solution that's right for them, and I could possibly even train them if they want that training. And I just really like that dynamic environment where we're creating a positive, collaborative, strategic partnership where I'm actually helping them and I'm seeing them grow so that it frees up more time for them to have free time to do whatever they want to do, like spend time with family or focus on whatever their craft is or whatnot. Because sometimes technology could be a hindrance to a lot of people who aren't technically inclined, and it could take up a lot of their time and end up working a lot more hours. And so if I could help them release that time and do that for them while they could just focus on their craft, I mean, that feels so good to me. And I'm contributing to the growth of their business and to their efficiency of their business as well. So I really like that personalized style of helping my client base. That's truly what I really enjoy. And also, too, not only that, not only with my clients in servicing them, but also asking if they need help outside of my skill set because I'm always trying to support all my networking partners that have different skill sets. Like I'm a CRM consultant and I ask people, hey, do you have any marketing issues or do you need SEO help or anything like that? Because I have people in my network that I want to support and I have ones that I really do trust. So if you need those type of services, I'm there to refer accordingly. I'm here to give too as well. Because when I give to other people, it feels just as good as creating a sale and creating another client. Because the success of me is also dependent on the success of the people around me as well. So I feel like I succeed when I help other people succeed as well. That's why I'm a kind of a good go-giver. You know, I really enjoy that part of the business. That's something the environment that wasn't really involved in the corporate environment. That's why I'm just creating my own path and aligning with the way I want to work and aligning myself with people who fully align with my values. And that's what I truly enjoy.
That's awesome. I wholeheartedly agree, and the fact that that's how you handle your business says a lot because you realize your niche. This is what you're really, really good at. You can't handle everything. You can't be as good at everything as you can be at that one thing. Nobody likes Michael Jordan because he played baseball, right? They liked him for one thing, in particular. So being able to find those connections, have that mentality, and have that abundancy mindset where you're not afraid to, refer out because, XYZ, whatever the reason is, but know that you have trusted relationships, then they do the same. I imagine they reciprocate because that's just how that works. It's human nature. It's natural law, whatever you want to say. Like you said, the go-giver, the Zig Ziglar helping up people get what they want, you get what you want. The golden rule, the reap what you sow, the karma,
Exactly.
whatever words. It's the same concept, and steering into that as a business owner is super, super awesome. And like you said, you're really enjoying your business now that you're doing it your own, not kind of in that corporate, environment. But just because you're enjoying it doesn't mean it's not hard. So, what are some difficulties that you might have ran into starting off as an entrepreneur that maybe you've also seen because you work with other companies that you've seen them go through that if you could go back in time, you would say, hey, this, or you would tell to an aspiring
Oh,
entrepreneur?
oh, I already know. Like having a consistent system that allows you to be more efficient and frees up more time for you to focus on your craft. Yes, in the very beginning, building your own system or having other people or finding the right people to build your own system for yourself is going to be a difficult part. Because I'm a systems guy, like I basically took it upon myself to self-develop myself and learn how to build certain systems, specifically with CRMs or whatnot. So that was probably the most difficult part because in the beginning, I wasn't the most organized person, but I already knew I had to be organized. So I took it upon myself to self-develop myself, whether it's reading books, reading blogs, watching YouTube videos, getting certification training. All those things led me to where I am today, allowing me to be the most efficient person I could be. But yeah, I would say like getting your systems in place and creating like a focus in terms of who you truly are and what values that you hold highly for yourself because you want to align yourself with people whose morals and values and the way they do business aligns with yours because once you find that out and figure that out, then that's when the floodgates will open and you'll be able to create really good collaborative partnerships with other networking partners or finding a great customer whose values align with yours. So it's all about really getting to know yourself. So in the beginning, it's a lot of hard work, but all that hard work is totally worth it. Just like with systems, like some people hate technology, but like you need to create a strong system so that you could flourish in your business. And if you don't have that, then you'll never grow. But at the same time, it's always good to make those sacrifices to get that done, whether it's you or hiring somebody else to go about doing it. So I really enjoy the process. Like I enjoy the journey, to be honest with you, because I know if I go through that journey and stay persistent, I'll get eventually to that goal that I want to get to. And then I'll go on another journey and I enjoy it actually. I enjoy the hard things because nothing comes easy and you have to go through the hard times in order to make yourself better, to improve and get better. So yeah, all I forgot what the quote was, but all progress takes place outside the comfort zone is pretty much the mantra that I lead with all the time. I know if something's hard, I know if I could go through it, it's gonna make me a better person for it, and I'm gonna improve. And now I could help other people with those particular problems that are going through the same thing. So it'll make me only better, but it'll make me be a better advisor for people that need my help.
Absolutely. Change is hard, but it's worth it, right? Improving yourself and going into that self-improvement, having the humbleness and, killing the ego enough to say, okay, I don't know everything that's going on. I don't know everything that's coming my way. But other people have been exactly where I am, have gotten through it and have written books about it, made
Yeah.
YouTube videos about it, told stories about, mentored about it. whatever it is. And it's crazy to me that people would ignore that. We have the world's, you know, collective, intelligence here at our fingertips that everybody that's doing something similar to you has talked about it. You should absolutely use that cheat code. Go find out, go find a way to improve yourself and get prepared because, yeah, hard things are going to happen no matter what you do. You don't have to be
Yeah.
unprepared for them. So that's awesome. So what does like your average client look like, or what are some pain points that people might be dealing with that if they're going through XYZ, you're the person that they should be talking to?
Yeah, so I'll name a few pain points. Either the two common ones where people come to me are they let's see, they get to the point where they have so many contacts, whether it's networking partners, customers, and prospects, and they can't keep track of all of them or remember who to follow up with or whatnot. And they know they need a CRM, but they're not sure which one to choose. Or a person is using a CRM, and they're not quite happy with it and they might need help. Well, I have really good networking partners, and so if they find people that are experiencing those pain points, they say, "Hey, talk to Brandon. He'll give you a free CRM consultation." His goal is to really get to know you, your business, your goals, your challenges, your growth plans, along with your budgetary restraints, and then he'll make a CRM recommendation based on getting to know you. And then after that, once I give that recommendation, there's three outcomes that come out of it. One, they'll take my recommendation, they'll run with it, and they'll implement it on their own, which is fine by me. Or two, they'll ask me to implement it and train them on how to actually go about using it. Or three, they'll say, Brandon, thank you for that recommendation, but I don't want to do any of the CRM work. I want to have more time to focus on what I'm good at. And I'm like, that's great. I could focus on what I'm good at too. So, but I tell them if you're going to go that route, I need a go-to contact so I could interview them, gather the requirements, and build something that's going to be right and tailored for them. And that's the part I really enjoy, the collaborative partnership. And here's the thing, even the people that don't use my service after I give them a recommendation, if they like that recommendation, through my experience, those people become good referral partners because they like my recommendation and they'll refer their network to me and they'll say, "Hey, Brandon gives a free CRM consultation, you should talk to him." So I either create a customer or a really good referral partner, and I like customers and referral partners equally the same. And here's the thing, we're all benefiting this environment. That's why I like my process where like they're getting the solution that they want. I'm getting a referral partner or a customer, and I'm creating a winning condition in my environment, and I really enjoy that process of how I do business or whatnot.
Okay. This next question might be a little bit redundant now,
Yeah,
but to
yeah.
put a finer point on it, what are you looking for when you are finding those referral partners, those power partners, people that you're able to collaborate with? Are there certain traits or, certain
Yes.
mentalities or certain
Yeah, when you
professions?
say traits, yes, the first is the personality traits and the way they run businesses is very, very important to me. So one of the traits that I'm always looking for are people that are just overall just really good listeners. Because I know if they're a service provider and they're listening to their clients, I know they're probably going to do a really good job. And those are the people that I really want to connect with. Like you're a good listener. You're listening to what I'm saying. Like in general, you have to be a good listener in order to do your job right. And I want to connect with those people because I know when we do a one-on-one and possibly create a good collaborative partnership, we're gonna really listen to each other and see how we could truly support one another. And that's a trait that I'm looking for. Like, yeah, we've all been on bad calls where people just can't wait to talk and they're not really listening to you. They're just waiting for you to be done so they could talk to you. Like you could tell, like people who are good listeners can tell who those bad listeners are. So that's the number one trait that I'm always looking for. Like when I get more specific, like really good collaborative partners are technology, or I call them technical service providers that don't do CRM. So they could be copywriters, branding, people in marketing, web developers, web designers, software developers. They're essentially providing some type of technical service. And a lot of times, sometimes their clients need my help, so they end up referring me. But here's the thing, some of my clients might need their help as well, so I'll refer them. And we're creating a really good collaborative referral partnership. And those are the people I want to connect with. And obviously, they have to meet the standard of being a good listener and being really service oriented with their client base.
Yeah, that's important to have, especially if you are trying to build out that group of, your circle, so to speak. You want to make sure that you're able to refer somebody that is exactly in line with your mission, your vision of what you want because they're kind of an extension. They're doing something completely different than you do, but they're an extension of, your brand. Because if you refer something out and somebody does a really bad job, guess what? You both get bad credit. But it
Yeah.
works the exact opposite too. You're not sharing credit with somebody if you refer somebody that does a great job. You're both getting your own gold star, right? It's just as good to refer somebody that does a good job as it is to do it yourself. And the ease of that is you didn't have to do it yourself, right? You can focus on your niche. So
Exactly. And here's the thing, like, like I'm filtering people all the time. We're always qualifying everybody that comes into our network. Like there's only so much one person can remember when he or she is meeting hundreds of people a month. And you're talking to, you said you talk to six people a day. I mean, six times 30, that's a lot of people that you're talking to. So, I talk as much as you as well. Like I do a lot of one-on-ones. And here's the thing, like you need a system to remember all those people. So like I have a system in my CRM where the CRM is actually grading them in terms of how engaging they are. Do they open up emails? Do they unsubscribe? Do they subscribe? Do they fill out forms? Like if they're a networking partner and they're engaging with you, they're gonna have a high engagement score because my system is keeping score. And here's the thing, like actually when I talk to people one on one, I have like a set amount of keywords that are associated with positive points and negative points. I could say they're genuine, good listener, bad listener, negative points. Business savvy, tech savvy, positive points, salesy, negative points. So in my CRM, they're being graded with my own human intuition through keywords, but also they're being graded by the system. And now over time, when I look at all my contacts, I could see who the high engagement people are. And those ones that are high engaging networking partners are more likely to be really good referral partners. And therefore, I'm going to focus my efforts on them. So now you could prioritize your time and determine who you want to focus your efforts on because those people with high engagement score, they're more likely to give you opportunities, and in return, you want to give them opportunities by giving them good connections. So I'm very systematic in my approach, and that's why I'm so into systems because people should have systems. It might not be as complex as mine, but have a system so that you could be more efficient with your time.
yeah, absolutely. Mine's not nearly that complex.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a bell curve of complexity, and
So I'm always thinking of new ways to get better and better. Like I'm always into self-development. So sometimes I do it's good, but sometimes I have to turn it off.
yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, you don't want it to be controlling, but enough, right? That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't even wouldn't have crossed my mind that that was a possibility. So that's really awesome to hear. But so how can service-based businesses use CRM technology to build meaningful connections and drive growth?
Yeah, yeah. So, well, the one thing that I just described is I implement, it's called engagement scoring. So, one of the things that I do, I gave you just a quick sample of what that engagement scoring does. When I talk to a client, I want to know like what engagement activities are very important for you in terms of a prospect or a networking partner. Like, what do you want to measure? And they give me all the activities that they want to measure, and I implement a system that's going to score people based on the activities that are in their criteria. And now they could determine like if they're a prospect, they could actually the system will actually score them, and now you could determine who are the prospects more likely to buy and who are the prospects less likely to buy, and now you can make more data informed decisions to focus your efforts on people, whether it's you contacting them via phone, enrolling them into an email campaign. Because if you enroll your high engaging contacts in the email campaign, they're more likely going to read it and look at it and maybe book a meeting with you because at the very end you have a call to action saying, hey, if you want to learn more, book a meeting with me. Like that's the goal of a CRM is to create strong engagement. And with strong engagement, now you can create more opportunities, which contributes to your revenue growth or whatnot. And obviously, there are other things as well, but my biggest thing is to show people how to use CRMs using technology and automation and semi-automations, but also make sure you don't leave out the human touch and the human intuition, you know. But you need that automation to automate certain things and filter out the people that aren't really about it. Now you could focus on the people with your human touch in terms of who you want to focus on or whatnot. And all the people that are on my customers, They just want to create stronger engagement so they could create more opportunities for themselves. And I implement those strategies, whether it's with engagement scoring, whether it's with email campaigns, text campaigns, landing pages, webinars, sign up forms, registrations. Like there's all different types of activities that you could tell your prospects about to get them to engage. And with that engagement, like I said, creates opportunities.
Awesome. What
Yeah.
lessons do you think you learned from stepping away from tech to pursue your passions and then returning? And what new perspectives did that bring with it?
Yeah, so when I quit corporate, I didn't fully know what I wanted to do. I just know I didn't want to do that. And I was always into health, so I figured, what the heck, I'll just go to culinary school and functional nutrition school. But during that process, if I never went through that process, I never would have been the person that I am today. I'm really grateful for that. But during that process, what I learned is, in the health, especially in the health space, I really learned how to create more deeper relationships with people because I was in an industry where you truly had to listen to a person's pain points because it was their health. I dealt with people who had metabolic health issues like heart attack, stroke, prediabetes, diabetes, hypertension, and I had to really listen to them so I could actually tailor a health coaching program or tailor a meal plan or cook meals based on not only their preferences but based on their health. And that that skill set allowed me to be a better listener, to be more compassionate, and to really enjoy the process of personalized services. And that all those things that I learned in the health industry transfers now over into what I do today. A CRM is purely a tool, a technology tool that is all about creating strong relationships and trying to be personalized as well. So that's why I like it. I never knew that experience was going to help me become a better CRM consultant that I am today. Because I get to blend all the things that I enjoy doing with the relationship building, getting to know people, being inquisitive, asking a lot of questions, and just providing a service that's tailored according to getting to know the person, whether they're a customer or whether they're a networking partner. I take that same mentality of all the things that I learned when I was in the health industry to what I do today with a touch of technology, obviously, to make myself different from everybody else. And I really enjoy that. And it shows because like my systems that I have, I'm getting better and better at connecting people with my systems that are automated and semi-automated, but also blending in my personality and my love of personalized help and my love of really just creating strong relationships with people. So I could blend the best of both worlds, and there's a good balance. Like there's a balance of technology and automation, but also there's a balance of that human intuition, that human touch, and being compassionate. By blending those together in a perfect balance, makes you just a more powerful, makes just a bigger impact on the world. And I really enjoy that piece.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What does it mean to have a go-giver mindset?
To me, to have a go-giver, let's see, to me, that's a good question to have a go-giver mentality. To, this is a quote that I've read before. I forgot where it's at, but it's the true measure of a person is how they treat those who can do absolutely nothing for them. Like when I go into a one-on-one, I'm always looking to see how I could support them. If they could help me, great, that's cherry on top. But like I want to help them and make an impact on what they can do, especially if they're a really genuine person and I like what they do, they align with my values. I'm looking to ask as many questions as possible, like, hey, who are some good people to connect you with? What are the personality types you like? Who are the different professionals you want to connect to? Like, do you have any webinars or workshops? Let me know because if you do, if you share with me about your webinar or workshop, I will share it with my network to give you more exposure so I could give you business and give you more exposure so that you could grow. And that's just the mentality I have with every interaction I have with a person who I filter into my network whose values align with mine. So to me, that's the true measure. I mean, that's a true go-giver person who's looking to help other people first. And on cherry on top, eventually those people will come around and will give eventually to you. Like, and I tell people, I'm all about quality, not quantity. So if I've given you five contacts and you've only given me one, do not worry about it. Like I care about quality. Don't feel like you have to keep up with me because I have a system. So like I might be more efficient than most people, but don't worry about it. It's all right. Like I just care about quality.
Yeah, that's absolutely my favorite topic to talk in these podcasts is just hear other people explain that, right? Because it made a big turning point in my business when I decided I'm going to steer full steam into that idea, that concept, that, natural law, whatever it is, because it always works out. And, you keep track of
Mhm.
it way better than I do. I just let the universe keep track of it because even if that person never helps me out, if I've done enough good things, it always comes back. It's like a
Yeah.
machine. If you walk up and you put $1 in it and $2 came back out later, how many dollars do you think you'd put into that machine? That's kind of how it feels when you're approaching business that way. That person may never help you, but somehow it balances out and it comes back to you. It might be they just mention you in passing one day, 3 years down the road, and the person reaches out to you and it's the best connection you've ever had. It doesn't matter. Be the person that they were going to remember because you added value. I always tell people if you're in a one-on-one, there's a bell curve of interaction. You have on the very far bad side the people that you get in a call and they do nothing but pitch slap you, and you're going to remember that person to never talk to them again, right? Then you have all the people in the meeting, the majority of people that you're going to meet. They're the, your average Joes. You might have some fleeting memory of it. You might have something that you can recall, might be something you put in your CRM to remember for you. But then on the other side of the bell curve, you have the people that are coming in and they're actively just wanting to help you and they're not asking for anything. You're going to remember that person as well, if not better, than the person that you had the bad experience with. And it's just part of you, not that you have to, but part of you is going to want to reciprocate in some way. And you're going to talk about it and it's going to come back and that person's going to benefit because they were able to help you. So it's my
Yeah. And
favorite thing.
And essentially what you said is, it's you've probably read it or you've heard about the book, The Go Giver. Like I read the book and I was like, man, it confirmed in my thoughts that what I'm doing right now is what he's saying to do, and I'm glad I'm on the right track. You know? And here's the thing, like you said, when you're a go-giver and you're looking to give to people, and then on top of that, when people see that you have a system that's developed so that you can give to people, they're like, dang, that's really different. That's really good, Brandon. And then they really remember you.
Yeah. Definitely helps to be an expert at what you're expert at, right? So
Yeah.
do
But
both,
that's
have
that's
both.
what I really enjoy. The giving part is, like I'm glad I have a system to like make myself more efficient in being a giver. But when I give to people, I'm creating opportunities for them, and then down the line, those opportunities will come back. And so that's why I really like that strategy because all parties are benefiting and all parties are growing. And that's the type of environment I want to create is a winning condition for those people that are in my network that truly align with my values.
Absolutely. Partnering with people with an abundancy mindset, it's going to take you places. So
Yeah.
awesome. Well, you mentioned like webinars and stuff as well. So I think you have one of those coming up here soon.
Yeah, I actually do. It's called Networking Strategies and Systems for Success. So I'm actually partnering with a business coach. She's a business coach and a networking coach. She's going to talk about the networking strategies to implement to get a good return on your ROI. I'm going to talk about how to implement those strategies in a repeatable system that does allow you to be more efficient so that you could be a better connector, you could stand out not only give opportunities to other people, but also get opportunities for yourself because you are a go-giver. Like that's really the goal. Like, and I really enjoy this topic because as you can see, I'm really passionate about helping other people. And if I could have people come to this event and even take in one or two strategies to help them get stronger at being a networker to create opportunities for themselves and for people in their network, I'm like just really ecstatic that I could share with this with people or whatnot. So yeah, it's called Networking Strategies and Systems for Success on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2025.
Awesome. Yeah, sign me up. Is there anything that I missed or that I failed to ask that you wanted to add?
No, I really like this here, just a natural conversation between two guys. I'm glad I could do this. I'm grateful for your time. And I just want to continue to share like my knowledge in CRMs and relationship building with other people so that they can learn and get better for it. Like that's what I'm all about. I'm all about continual self-development and going to workshops, watching YouTube videos, reading books or whatnot. I'm always looking to connect with more genuine go-giver mentality type people. And if you're out there, I can't wait to do a one-on-one with you, even if I haven't met you, because I want to see how we could give to each other and support each other and each other's growth. And that's really what I want to end with is I just want to continue to connect with good-hearted people doing good business, listening to our client base, and seeing how they could give to other people so that they could also get in return. So yeah.
Well, that'll fill your calendar because I can assure you there's a lot of them out there. So, where's the
Yeah.
best way for those people to find you? How can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, I mean, easiest is, my nickname is Healthy Data Guy. You could just go to healthyDataGuy.com, and I know you have show notes that you'll put into the chat or into the show notes or whatnot. But yeah, healthyDataGuy.com is the easiest place to find me.
Perfect. Yeah. I try to make it as easy as possible. It's click this link. Don't try and spell because I'm going to
Yeah,
butcher it if I try to spell it out. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but perfect. If anybody would like to get in touch with Brandon, do it. He's the exactly the kind of guy that you want to meet. You know, the go-giver mentality, having that abundancy mindset. Definitely somebody that's on, like I said, on the good side of the bell curve when it comes to people that you're going to remember having a conversation with. Talk to him a few times, and he's exactly the same in those one-on-ones as he is here. So, expect more of the same. So if you like it, absolutely reach out to them. Other than that, if you'd like to get a hold of me, you can find me at ikag.me. You can find more episodes, subscribe to our newsletter, connect with more awesome people like Brandon in our growing community. If you or somebody you know would like to be interviewed, you can also apply on the website. But Brandon, I really appreciate you coming on. This was a fun conversation. I love topics like this. I like people that are
Yeah.
doing awesome things that I know nothing about, right? That have different strategies, but have similar core values. Really appreciate that. So let's all take that to heart. Let's go have an awesome day and grow our circle. All right.
Peace.